Hello, everyone. Hi. I am the full Monty, but you could just call me Monty. I'm here to bring you the latest in the entertainment world's foolishness and shenanigans. We are going to talk about everything from Instagram influencers, celebrity couples, reality shows, anything that interests you, anything that's, modern urban day pop culture. I said urban day. Modern day urban pop culture. I am here to talk about it and give my input, my 2 cents, and a read, and maybe even a drag if need be. And speaking of drags that need be, let's get into the baddest Karen, Trina. Miss Trina. I always get on Miss Trina on my Facebook platform, The Full Monty. That's Montea, The Full Monty, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I am most active on Facebook, but I'm looking to get more active in Instagram. I be taking these long breaks off of Instagram, and I need to quit doing that because y'all show me a lot of love on Instagram, and I need to cut it out. So, anyways, you can find me on all those platforms under all the same name, The Full Monty. And but I digress. Shameless self-promotion. Let's talk about the baddest coon, Trina. Now, Miss Trina went on her radio show in Miami that she co-hosts with Trick Daddy, and she spoke out against the riots and the protests that are going on in for against police brutality, in particular the death of George Floyd by the hand of the Minneapolis PD officer Derek Chauvin and 3 other accomplices. So she spoke out saying that the protesters are animals, they need to be locked up in a zoo, that she's not afraid to get pulled over because she has her license, her registration, and insurance, and various other very anti-black rhetoric. And I really thought that I was being, conscious before. I'm trying to use my platform for the best and speak up for the people the best that I know how, but I've really been getting schooled by the King of Reads. I think his name is Justin James. I follow him on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. He is a great voice for our black people. He's very educated on it. I definitely look to him when I'm kind of clueless on how to approach kind of situations in regards to race and, being aware of things that are going on in our community. I really look to him as a source. Before I even go online and speak of anything, I'm like, what did he say? And so it kind of checks me on things, what to and to not say. And I really do appreciate him for that. He's been doing this longer than me. And so he really inspires me. So I just had to send him a shout out. Trina. Now, I began to have an issue with Trina. I always rooted for Trina. I met her some years ago at a concert. She seemed really nice. I always admired how she didn't really beef with women. She always supported and uplifted other females coming into the game. She just seemed like really sweet, generally non-problematic. And when Kaya would poke at her, she wouldn't really go there with Kaya. I mean, she released a couple diss songs that nobody heard, and she shot some indirect shade, but she never really, gave you a reason to not like her, to not root for her. And recently, in recent times, she's had like this superiority complex to her, like this, you're beneath me, you're beneath me, you're beneath me. I'm a queen, I'm royalty, I'm this, I'm that. And what you really are is delusional. You think you have more money than you actually do, and you think that you're on this level that you're not. Um, you know, lover or hater, the baddest bitch is Nicki Minaj when it comes to rapping, when it comes to accomplishment, when it comes to overall wealth. You love her or hate her and her fan base, you have to give credit where it's due, and it is what it is, and it's Nicki. So I don't know what Trina's talking about. She's been, in the game for a long time, but when you're out or when you're with a group of friends, who says, put on that new Trina or put on that Trina? Nobody. I would think that someone who sold 700 copies of their last album would be a little more humble. I would think with someone who has such low streams and such a low amount of new incoming revenue would be a little more humble. I would think that someone that is on the lowest rated franchise of Love and Hip Hop would be a little more humble. I would think that someone who gets constantly dragged by someone who is homophobic and transphobic and even on a lower tier than yourself would be a little bit more humble. But somehow, some way, you have put yourself on this pedestal, this imaginary throne. And the only throne you're sitting on is the toilet, baby. Trina, we've been very nice to you for a long time. And, we've never really gotten on how much of a non-rapper you are. You are the most non-rappingest rapper that there is almost in the female game. Like, almost all the other girls will at least give you some semblance of a bar. I've never heard a track where I'm like, Trina got them bars. Oh, she hit it. Never have I heard a Trina song that made me say that. Like, I went on my Facebook Live and I was just talking about how ABC 123, her raps are. Like, my gift is in writing. I'm not afraid to speak publicly, as we're seeing right now. But my true gift is in writing and the thought of writing. So, like, I could probably write an entire album worth of Trina things in a day. I could write her an album in a day. Like, I could call into work and just be like, hey, I'm gonna write this album for this girl, so I'm gonna need this 8 hours to myself. And I could do it. I could definitely do it. Like, her subject matter is just her non-existent money, her mosquito bites, and her ass, and that's pretty much it. So, a Trina rap goes something like, I got an ass so wide like the freeway, your baby daddy said he begging for a three-way. Something like that. Like, real simple. Like, that, and she made a career off of that, and we let her. Because we liked you, because you were probably the most non-problematic female rapstress in the game for many, 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 many years. Until recently, even. And, it's disappointing to hear you go on this anti-black rant. You were giving me Karen. You were giving me Fox News, Rush Limbaugh. Lock these animals up. Put them back in the cage in the zoo. What about this black on black violence? She mentioned that. She brought up black on black violence. That has nothing to do with this situation. With this man being killed by these police officers in our face. Black on black violence has nothing to do with that. Yes, it's wrong. But black on black violence has nothing to do with this situation. Okay, and before... I thought that, I was telling people, don't sabotage your own businesses and your own communities and, stop doing that. But I'm not gonna be no waterhead ass Shekinah up here crying over these stores. These people have insurance. They'll bounce back. It's for a greater cause. Everything that's happening is working. They're marching for us in North Dakota, in Idaho, and Wyoming, all 50 states. Maine, come on now, Vermont, places where black people don't even know how to get to. They're marching because they're tired. White people are tired. Like, I work with Caucasian Republicans. They're tired of this. They're tired of hearing about it. They're tired of they're tired of this happening. They've come up to me and they're like, yeah, you can't all lives matter your way out of this one. You can't blue lives matter your way out of this one. That man wasn't resisting arrest. George Floyd, say his name, was not resisting arrest at any point. He was asking them, begging them, could you please get off of me? I cannot breathe. He was calling out for his mother that had passed away. And they killed him in our face. And then tried to tell us that because of pre-existing health conditions, that's why he died and it wasn't asphyxiation. Then the independent autopsy said, oh, no, honey. No, Miss Honey. Don't you do it. Don't try it. Because he was killed. And for Trina to sit her broke, like, girl, like, I can't believe it. Like, I rooted for Trina. Like, when Kai used to go in on Trina, like, I used to get in my feelings a little bit because I'm like, dang, like, this girl don't do nothing to nobody. But now, seeing how she feel, Kaya let her have it. I am not ever going to be a Kaya stan because, like I said earlier, I feel like she's very transphobic. I feel like she's very homophobic. Anytime she get a chance to go in on somebody gay, it's all type of slurs. I'm not here for that. Not going to be here for that. But the Trina reads are funny. And I know this one is going to be particularly grand. And Trina's going to have to sit there and eat it. Because Kai is not the only one reading you. Everyone's reading you. Like, I don't even know, like, fully what to say. I don't write my reads down. Everything that I say, everything that I came on here and said to you right now, and everything that I'm going to come on here and say to you in the future is straight off the top, okay? I don't rehearse anything. That's kind of whack to me. To other people that do it and write things down, I don't know how your brain and your memory works. Maybe you have to. God has blessed me with a mouth and a brain that work in sync, and they can go and make their point without having to be rehearsed. So I am very thankful to the Lord for that gift, and I am going to take advantage of it while I have it. So, but I digress. So Trina, that's going to be a no for me, dog. I'm not here for it. Not going to be here for it. This is going to be a little bit of a long one today. Ooh, she's long. What else are we talking about? We're going to talk about Sabrina, the middle-aged bitch. Melissa Joan Hart went to her Instagram in a now-deleted post comparing Shirley Temple and Mr. Bojangles from the Shirley Temple movies. And she's going to use that in comparisons to what's going on now, talking about an interracial couple, race relations, basically saying it was very nice of Shirley Temple to hold that black man's hand. She gives me the kind of vibes that's like, I have a black friend, so I'm not racist. See, I talk to black people. I know black people. I'm not racist. Girl, we don't have time for you. And I saw you, Miss Cameron Burr, or whatever your name is, DJ from Full House, liking that post on Instagram. You ain't about nothing either. Definitely not. Definitely the all lives matter, blue lives matter type. We don't have time for you right now. We're not here for you right now. This all lives matter crap, this don't apply right now. All lives are not in danger from the police. Black ones are. Black lives are in danger. Black lives matter. Okay? Like when you go to the salon and get your dusty ass black roots touched up on that platinum blonde ass hair, I'm not there lapping up with you in the chair at the salon talking about all roots matter. Touch mine up too. Bitch, that your time is your time for you. And right now is the time for black people. And Sabrina, we didn't need that right now. Leah Michelle from Glee has been exposed for being a very trash person to her former Glee co-stars, saying behind one of her co-stars' backs that she wished she could shit in her wig, quote unquote. Excuse my language. That's what Leah said, not me. The time is up for racism. People are being called out. People are being disowned. People are being canceled. Doja Cat, we ain't forgot about you, girl. You still canceled too. We watching Say So slide back on down the charts. Or if it's not, it will. It ain't number one. If you stand Doja, this probably ain't the channel for you, because I'm going to continue to go on people that are not for my people, that are not for me. Okay? I'm not going to sit up here and tap dance and shuck and jive for you to make you feel comfortable. We're going to have the conversations that make people uncomfortable. These are conversations that need to be had. And racism, at this point, this isn't a conversation that I, as a black man, you out there watching as a black woman, you out there watching as a black trans woman, you out there watching as a black trans man, any LGBT, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This isn't a conversation for us to have. This is a conversation for white people to have, and to look at themselves and at each other and ask, why are we like this? What are we like this for? What have these people done to us? Why are we doing this to these people that aren't really thinking about us? Why are we like this? So, this is a conversation for y'all more so. What else did I want to touch on? That's pretty much it. I just wanted to get on here and get on the Baddest Karen because, sis, I'm more disappointed than anything. And when you disappoint me, there's really no coming back from that. I can get past, if you lie to me, like, I'm done too. But there's at least some redemption from that. But when you disappoint me, especially someone that I've rooted for so long, when you, like Trina, you let us down. You let the black community down. You let your fans down. Anybody out there that's justifying this, kudos to you. Kundos to you. I don't have nothing for you, and you ain't got nothing for me. Other than that, once again, you can catch me on all my platforms. I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, and I am on Facebook, all under The Full Monty. So hopefully we get to have a lot more of these discussions, and as we go on, things will get a lot more lighthearted. I promise. We're just in a very, dark, tumultuous time right now, but it's nice to see that at least something is being done. The protesting has resulted in the charges being elevated on the former police officer from 3rd degree to 2nd degree murder. It should be first, but I mean, we'll take second. As for him and the other 3 officers too, so all 4 of them are being charged with 2nd degree murder. Now let's see if it sticks. So that will be something else to see. I think this might be the one where an example is made out of, because never has the entire nation, all the world is showing up and showing out for this one. So, thank you guys so much for listening to me rant for 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. Thank you so much. I hope this goes over well. Crossing my fingers. It's not perfect right now, but I just said, hey, I'll perfect it later. I'm going to get on here and do it. Everybody's been asking me to do this, so I'm doing it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.